Okay. Good evening, children. Today topic we talk about complex numbers, weightage. So here marks given, question number of questions. 1 mark question, 2 marks question, 3 marks question. 1 mark question 1, 2 marks question 1, 3 marks question 2. Total weightage 8. So complex numbers. So what is the use of complex numbers? When we have to use complex numbers? Complex numbers in generally we have to use to find the imaginary values, because we do not have square root of negative real numbers. Square root of negative real numbers not defined. So in such a case we have to use complex numbers. So what is the complex number definition? Define complex number. Number of the type, complex number of the type. Number of the type a plus ib. So here remember a comma b are real numbers and I is equal to square root of minus 1. It is called iota. Is called complex numbers. So what is the complex number? Number of the type. So this is the form. Remember a plus iota b. Okay na children? A comma b are real numbers and iota is equal to square root of minus 1. It is called complex numbers. If you want example, let us see examples. 1 plus iota, it is a complex number. Why? Because it is in the form of a plus iota b, and here 1 and 1 are real numbers. Similarly 3 minus 2 iota, it is also a complex number, where 3 and minus 2 are real numbers. So about so many examples we have to do it like this. Next, here we are observing one important point here. If I am taking complex number form letter z, if z is equal to a plus iota b, where a comma b are real numbers and iota is equal to square root of minus 1. Iota I is equal to square root of minus 1. If z is equal to a plus iota b, then what is a, what is the b here? The point number 1, a is called a real part of number, which number? Complex number z. So a is called a real part of number z, and it is denoted by like this, and denoted by shortly Re of z. Okay now students, A is called real part of number z. It is denoted by Re of z. In the same manner, here I coefficient, that is b, is only we have to take b only. So b is called imaginary part of imaginary part of number z. Imaginary part of number z. It is also denoted by Im of z. Im of z. So this is the one of the important point. Remember all of you. If you see here any example, so let us see examples. Let us take z is equal to 3 minus 2 iota. So what is A, what is B here? That means what is the real part of z, what is the imaginary part of z. So in this case I would have take real part of z is equal to 3. Only we should take without I part. Here there is no I part, so that is called real part of z. And I coefficient is there, that is minus 2. It is called imaginary part of number z. So that is minus 2 should we take. We have to take only minus 2. We do not take I also. So I is the only value, that is a symbol. I is the symbol only, remember all of you. That is square root of minus 1. Similarly, we have to see lot of example, more examples. Suppose z is equal to 4. Is it a complex number? Yes. Why? Because we should write this value 4 plus 0 into iota. Iota into 0. This can be written as 4 plus iota into 0. Hence, it is also a complex number. In this case, what is the real part of z? In this case, real part of z is equal to 4. In this case, what is the imaginary part of z? That will be what? Will be 0. So, imaginary part of z is equal to 0. Real part of z is equal to 4. Understood? Similarly, third, one more example. If I take z is equal to minus 3 or simply 3 iota I am taking. Z is equal to 3 iota. Is it a complex number? Yes. Why? Because we should write in the form of a plus iota b. How to write this value? Missing term always take as 0 plus 3 into iota. In this 0 plus 3 iota, what is the real part of z? So real part of z is equal to 0, and what is the imaginary part of z? That should be 3. So like this we can write plenty of examples everywhere. This is about complex number form. Remember all of you, everybody, a plus iota b, where a and b should be real numbers, and iota is equal to square root of minus 1. This is the definition, and like some examples also. Then we are going to the what we have to talk, imaginary property. What is the iota properties? So properties of iota we have to see today. Properties of I. I means what do you call? Iota, that is the Greek symbol. So properties of iota. The first one, let us see. Iota is equal to square root of minus 1. So we know all of you this is imaginary number. And next thing we have to remember. And one more thing, all of you remember that here according to these notes, all real numbers, one note also remember everybody here. What is the main important note here? All real numbers, any real number either plus 4 or minus 4, whatever it is, all real numbers should be a complex numbers. All real numbers with 0. So we can take all real numbers is always complex numbers with imaginary part 0. So we should take one part, one note here. All real numbers, I denote like this numbers. All real numbers are always complex numbers. Complex numbers with imaginary part of 0, with imaginary part of z will be 0. So this is the one of the important note you should be remember always. Every real number is always complex number. Why? Because we can write every number in the form of a plus iota b. That is the reason. Let us, we are going to properties of iota. What is the iota? Iota value will be square root of minus 1. Now simply squaring on both sides. Whenever squaring on both sides, square root will be cancelled. What is the remaining? I square is equal to minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. Now let us take, I increase the power. I take the I raised to 3. How to write this value? I would have write I square into I. Do you know the value of I square? Yes. What is the value of I square? Minus 1. Minus 1 into iota? Minus iota. So what is the value of I raised to 3? Minus iota. Similarly, I increase the power, one more power. That is I raised to 4. How to write this value? I raised to 3 into iota. We know all of you properties. In lower classes we studied a raised to mn. A raised to mn or a raised to m plus n. A raised to m plus n, how to write? A raised to m into a raised to n. As according to this property, we should write reducing one power, I raised to 3 into iota. I raised to 3, do we know that? Yes, we know. What is the value? Minus iota. Minus iota into iota. This is equal to what? Iota into iota, iota square. What is the iota square? Minus 1. Minus into minus, plus 1. So these are the properties of iota. See here, iota, iota square, iota raised to 3, iota raised to 4. Next, if I take, let us see some more examples. Iota raised to 5. What happened? Iota raised to 5 is equal to, I have to write iota raised to 4 into iota. Do we know the value of iota raised to 4? Yes. What is the value? 1. 1 into iota, iota. Again, which will come? First term will come. Iota raised to 6, that will come minus 1. Iota raised to 7, minus iota. Iota raised to 8, plus 1. Like cycle will formed. So according to this, I can write some values. See here, note, remember here. Iota value it will be also equal to iota raised to 5. Again, that means with the difference 4, the values are repeated. Iota raised to 5, I raised to 9, I raised to 13. Observe all of you, with the difference 4, 4, 4 like this is equal to, what is the value? That is square root of -1, that is called iota. Similarly, second term model, square forms I square, which is the next term? Here 1, 5, 9, 13. So what is the difference? 4, 4. Here also next term will be with the 4 difference, iota raised to 6. This is also, next term will be what? Iota raised to 10. Next term will be iota raised to 14. Next term will be iota raised to 18. And so on. What is the value of this? That will be -1. Cycle formed. Similarly, if I take next term model, iota raised to 3. This will be iota raised to 7 with the difference 4 always. Iota raised to 11, iota raised to 15, and so on. This is equal to minus iota. And if I take iota raised to 4, iota raised to 8, iota raised to 12, iota raised to 16, iota raised to 20, and so on. This will be always 1. So cycle is formed, remember, I -1 minus I 1. Again next term will be what? Again I -1 minus I 1 will be repeated. According to this, these all are observed that 4, 8, 12, 16, these are always multiples of 4. So we can write this value iota raised to general form 4n, where n is integer, positive integer. Iota raised to 4n. Next we are observing that iota raised to 3, or this one take observe that I. This is 4, this is next term 5, here 8, next term 9, here 12, next term 13. That means how much number increased here? 1 number is increased. So this can be nothing but general form iota raised to 4n plus 1. Similarly, this will be, observe that here I4, here how much is there? 6. So what is the difference? 2. I8, difference 2. So this is nothing but iota raised to 4n plus 2. And similarly, this can be written as, what is the difference? 3 there. So this can be written as iota raised to 4n plus 3. So according to these all things, we observe what? We are observe that sum of these numbers, iota -1 minus iota plus 1. Adding all the numbers, what happened? Plus iota minus iota cancelled. -1, 1 plus 1 cancelled. What is the remaining? 0. So here the important note or important bit here, actually this is the exemplar problem or bit also, cassette bit. We got one important bit already asked in exam. What is the important note here? Iota raised to 4n plus iota raised to 4n plus 1 plus iota raised to 4n plus 2 plus iota raised to 4n plus 3 is equal to 0. What is the meaning of this? So we are observing, what do you call this one? 4n plus 1, 4n plus 2, 4n plus 3. So these are the respective numbers. Respective numbers are also called consecutive. What do you call? Consecutive. So plus meaning what? Sum. So we are using in long ways sum of any four consecutive meaning respective numbers. Sum of any four consecutive integral powers. Integers these are. Integral powers of iota will be 0. Sum of any four consecutive integral powers of iota will be 0. For understanding this one, we have to take some examples. So what are the examples? For example, you should take here these all numbers. I plus iota square plus iota raised to 3 plus iota raised to 4 always will be 0. Sum of four consecutive integral powers of iota. If you want one more example, you take any number iota raised to 21 plus iota raised to 22 plus iota raised to 23 plus iota raised to 24 also will be 0. Any example, iota raised to 2009 plus iota raised to 2010 plus iota raised to 2011 plus iota raised to 2012 will be 0. So whatever it is, you are observing what? Consecutive numbers important. Sum of any four consecutive integral powers of iota will be 0. This is the very important bit also. You should remember how to find this is the reason. Next thing, if I take product values, product of these four, that is iota minus 1, minus iota plus 1. This product value, how much of the product meaning what? Into multiplication. Minus into minus plus iota. Plus iota into 1 iota. Iota into iota, iota square. Iota square is what? Minus 1. So product value. So here one more point will be, understand that is what? Iota, iota square, iota raised to 3, iota raised to 4. It will be what? Minus 1. What is the meaning of this? So instead of sum, what to do? Product writing. Product of any four. Here any four important. Product of any four consecutive. Product of any four consecutive integral powers of iota. Integral powers of iota will be minus 1. So these are the main properties in properties of iota. So remember all of you. And next thing, one more property here, remember, that is what? 1 by iota number. It is allergy concept. 1 by iota. Allergically, it is not applicable. 1 by iota, is in the form of a plus iota b form? No. So we should make it. How to make in the a plus iota b form? We have to use rationalization method. What is the rationalization method here? multiplying and dividing in both numerator and denominator by iota. So this value becomes, let us see, roughly 1 by iota, rationalization, iota by iota, it becomes iota divided by iota square, that is minus 1. Iota square value always minus 1. This is equal to minus iota. So answer minus iota. So remember 1 upon iota is equal to minus iota. So these are the properties in multiple iota values. So remember about the iota concept this is. Now let us see some more properties of complex numbers. What are the properties of complex numbers one by one? So properties of complex numbers, how to define one by one, then after algebraic properties, let us see. Algebraic properties of iota. Before that, we have to learn some problems. The question is asking from the properties of iota, find iota raised to 39 like this. One problem this is, I will write the questions firstly. Iota raised to 39, iota raised to minus 39, iota raised to or 1, 2, 3, 4 or minus 39 or iota raised to 9 plus 1 by iota raised to 25 whole square. So like so many problems are there. So how to find out one by one? Let us see for understanding. Iota raised to 5, 5, 3, 5 like this. Any big number also given, we can easily solve these type of questions. To solve, before that we are remembering, all of you remember that iota is equal to square root of minus 1, iota square equal to minus 1, iota raised to 3 equal to minus iota, iota raised 4 is equal to 1, 1 by iota is equal to minus iota. These are the main things. And also property, remember this is the very important property. So firstly, I would have solved this question. Question number 1, how to solve? Iota raised to 39. So we should make in that form only. How to make? The simple idea is, generally we are writing it is nearer to which value like this, but instead of that one, observing here gap, observe that in every series gap will be 4 is there. So according to this method we can easily solve. So using division method, let us take 39. So divide with 4. 4 goes to how many times? 4 into 9, 36. 4 9 is 36, carry 3. So this can be written as, how to write? Iota raised to 4, this is the first, right? Dividend, divisor 4 and quotient value 9. So 4 into 9, 36, that is, into remaining number, that is remainder I raised to 3. Now we know very well this value. Iota raised to 4 will be what? What is iota raised to 4? 1. Substitute here 1 power anything, 1 power something, that is 1 always. 1 into iota raised to 3. Iota raised to 3 is equal to, we know that. What is the iota raised to 3? Minus iota. Is in a plus iota b form? Yes, it is in the form of a plus iota b. How to write? 0 plus minus 1 into iota. So like we can solve the questions very easy using this method. For example, big number given. Second question we have to see that iota raised to 1, 2, 3, 4. One big number I have taken like this. You also do it like this, some examples. You take own numbers and do like this. Iota raised to 1, 2, 3, 4. How to write? Just follow this method without second thought. There is no use any second thought. Simply taking, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So divide with 4. So 4 goes to how many times? 4 3s are 12. Then next remaining 3. Carry 3, 4. So 0 add here. 4 also taking. Next it goes to 4 into 8. 4 8s are 32. So it carry 2 only. Now what is the quotient value? 308. So how to write? 4 into 308. 308 into 4. Observe that all of you. Table 4 8s are 32. 4 3s are 12. 12 32. So how much remaining? 2 only remaining. So that is 2 is the remainder. So how to write this value now? I raised to 4 whole raised to quotient 308 into remainder. I raised to remainder is 2. Now do you know the value of I raised to 4? I raised to 4 will be what? 1. So 1 into anything. 1 into anything, any power will be 1. I raised to 2. What is the I square value? Simply we write minus 1. This is the easy process. You can follow this type of methods. Very easy to get answer any type of questions. Let us see next third example. Example 3 given. Iota raised to minus 39. So here, shall we do directly? Is it possible? No. So how to write? We know the property. Lower classes we studied. A raised to minus m. How can I write? A raised to m. 2 raised to minus 1. How can I write? 1 by 2. In the same way, I raised to minus 39. I can write 1 upon I raised to 39. Now change this value. 1 upon I raised to 39. How to write? Already 39 problem over. So that is I raised to 4 whole raised to 9. 36 remaining carry. How much remainder? 3. I raised to 3. This is equal to 1 upon, this value will be 1 and this value will be minus iota. So minus iota. Observing in this situation, is in a plus iota b form? No, it is not in the form of a plus iota b. This can be written as minus either using rationalization, or else if you know the number 1 by iota is equal to minus iota already given. So we should substitute here minus iota. Minus into minus plus, this will come iota. Now is in a plus iota b form? Yes, it is in the form of a plus iota b. How to write in a plus iota b form? What is the missing number? Real part. How missing term? Always 0. Plus iota. This is the complex number form. So like we are doing number of questions, plenty of questions we are doing like this. Now let us take fourth example. Example 4. What is the example 4? Iota raised to 9 plus 1 divided by iota raised to 25 whole square given, or any power also given. We are using same method. Firstly, we have to simplify this value. Iota raised to 9. How to write in the form of iota raised to 4 whole square. 4 to the 8. So till required one value. So into iota plus. This is also how to write. Iota raised to 25. Iota raised to 4. 25 means near 6. 6 4 is 24 into iota whole square. This is equal to, we know this value 1, 1 into iota plus this value 1 into 1 divided by 1 into iota 1 by iota whole square is equal to iota plus 1 by iota, that is already we know the value, minus iota whole square. It will be iota plus minus becomes plus because even power. So iota square value, again we write iota square. So this is equal to iota plus iota square value minus 1. I minus 1. This is also written as minus 1 plus iota, which is called complex number. So any question we are doing like this, all type of questions do like this. And lastly, I will give one more question. The remaining questions you have to try like this. Fifth question, iota raised to 5535. So it is a big number. Big number also, how to solve? So follow this method. You know, all of you division method. Earlier classes we studied number of questions. So apply. So with 4 divide that. We are getting very easy. Take the dividend 5535. What is the divisor here? Always 4. It goes to 1, 4, 1 carry, 5, 4 3 is 12. So again 3 carry, 3 taking here, 4 again 4 8 is 32. So 1 carry, 5, 4 3 is 12, here 3 carry. So remainder what? 3 only. So now this can be written as iota raised to 4 whole raised to 1383 into iota raised to 3. This will be this value 1, iota raised to 3. Do we know this value? Yes, that will be what? Minus iota. So do like this, all type of questions. Similarly, we can do it plenty of examples. You also try so many questions using textbook concept. So this is about properties of iota with examples. Alright. Properties of complex numbers right now. Properties of complex numbers. So properties of complex numbers, how to define one by one. Here very simple properties are there. So first one, let us take here A into B. If A into B is equal to 0, then either A will be 0 or B will be 0. Any one of them will be 0, meaning here either A 0 or B 0. This is the product is equal to 0. And next second property, A upon B is equal to 0. I hope you understand these properties also. Dot product here, A into B, product form, either A0 or B0, any one of them 0. A by B equal to 0. In this case, then A only 0 here, necessarily here. Necessarily A should be 0 important. Third property, observe that inequality model. Let us see some examples here. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. In between these two numbers, which is the greatest number? We know all of you, 3 is the big number, 2 is the small number. We can use 2 is always smaller than 3. We can use, for example, minus 2 and 0 given. Minus 2 and 0 given. In between these two, which is the smaller number? Minus 2 is the smaller number. So we can use the symbol minus 2 is smaller than 0. Or if you use like this, 3 and 7, 3 are minus 2 given. In between, which is the smaller number? Minus 2. 3 is the big number. We should use 3 is more than minus 2. Suppose I will write the complex numbers 2 plus 3 iota and 3 plus 2 iota. In between these two complex numbers, which is the smaller number? Can you say that? Is it true? Is it a small number? Or is it a small number? No. Why? Because in complex numbers we cannot say. So we cannot say which is the smaller number, which is the greater number. So it is the false statement. So what is the final conclusion here? The conclusion will be, remember all of you, inequality is meaningful only for real numbers, not for complex numbers. So that note I will write here. Inequality, it is very important point. All of you remember that entrance point of view. It is very useful. Inequality is meaningful. Inequality is meaningful only for real numbers, not for non-zero real complex numbers. Non-zero real complex numbers. All of you remember this, very, very important. So many people they are asking, which of the following two numbers, which is the among three numbers or between two numbers, which is the small number? Remember, inequality is meaningful only for real numbers, not for complex numbers. So it is very, very important property. Now let us see one more property. It is also very important. Square root of a into square root of b. All of us know this one. Square root of ab. In this situation, is it true all cases? Is it true in all cases? Let us see. I explain some more examples. For example, I am taking, that means here, is it applicable in all complex numbers or not? Check up here. I can ask so many questions here. Square root of a into square root of b equal to square root of ab is applicable. Can I ask like this? Okay, square root of 2 into square root of 3. Square root of 2 into square root of 3 is equal to how much? Square root of 2 into 3. So we can write like this, 2 into 3 is equal to square root of 6. Is it a true statement? Yes, it is true. It is always true. So in this case, this property is applicable. For example, one more apply here. Square root of 2 into square root of minus 3. Is it applicable or not? Check up. Square root of 2 into square root of minus 3. So this is equal to square root of 2 into square root of minus 3. How to write? Square root of 3 into iota. Remember all of you. Property here. One more property. You remember here. Square root of minus a. Square root of minus a is equal to square root of a into iota. So square root of minus 1 value, we should write root 3 into iota. Now according to this value, square root of 2 into 3, square root of 6 into iota. So in this case, is it applicable? Yes, it is also applicable. Similarly, if I take negative numbers like this also, square root of minus 2 into square root of 3. In this case, whether it is true or not, check up. Square root of minus 2, how to write according to that property? Square root of 2 into iota into square root of 3. This will be square root of 6 into iota. Hence, this is also true. LHS equal to RHS. And one more example, last example, observing fourth example, square root of minus 2 into square root of minus 3, is it equal to square root of 6? Is it true or false? Let us see. In this case, I will take the left hand side value, LHS, square root of minus 2 into square root of minus 3. I can write this value according to property this, square root of 2 into iota into same property according to this, square root of 3 into iota. This is equal to square root of 6, 2 into 3, 6 into iota square. This is equal to square root of minus 6. Iota square, just now we studied, minus 1, minus root 6. Now, what is the RHS value? RHS will be square root of 6. These two statements are false. No, false means here, hence it is true only for one of them. Both one of them is what? Negative. One of them, both are negative means it is not applicable. So it is true only for one of them non-negative. Both, or one of them non-negative, both non-negative also. But one of them non-negative or both non-negative. Both are negative means it is not true. So remember, square root of a into square root of ab equals square root of ab is true only for first three cases. In fourth case, it is failed. Hence, it is not equal. Remember all of you, these are the properties of complex numbers. Now we are going to